Welcome back to Same Old Gossip Reheated. In today's topic, we're going to speak about Diddy being at the Invest Fest and him speaking on the black community and how our dollar circulates in small business. So let's get into it.
We have to come to the reality that nobody is coming to save us. No one is coming to save us. Out of all the business revenue in America, only 1% goes to black businesses. But then there's an accountability from us, because we have a $1.8 trillion buying power, and only 2% of that we circulate in our own communities. So we can't complain. We know what it is. It's time to change the tone. We have to unify our dollars, else nothing will change. We have to weaponize the almighty black dollar to save us, because we can't have these festivals and conventions, but then we leave here and we don't understand the power of our $1.8 trillion spending power that we only give 2% to ourselves. So I'm here to speak from love. I'm love. Self-love is making sure that you take care of yourself, your family, and your people first. And you can't wait for nobody to come save you. So there is a solution. Things are definitely dismal as far as what's planned for us, but there's a way out. If we unify, but we got to truly, truly unify. We have to truly, truly start making decisions that support our communities. We can't think that there's a government grant that's going to come and just free us all. We have to get to hustling, working together, and changing the tone.
A community is a group of people who share locality, government, and historical heritage. So when you put it that way, yes, we are a black community. But if you just take one step further, that definition quickly becomes shattered and fragmented into little different communities that keeps us divided. One of those divisions is caused by classism, where the rich doesn't mix with the poor unless it's beneficial. And even in the end of that, the rich is still going to remain rich and the poor will still remain poor. We also see this with the pro-black person that comes in on the back of everyday black people selling hope. And then as soon as they get to their pinnacle or what they perceive to be rich, they'll turn around and look at that same community that they used and say, why you didn't listen to me? Why you ain't get like me? Get your money up. After the economic breakdown, then we start to break down more socially. And that's where you'll start to see the gender wars, the light skin versus dark skin, the intellectual versus the non-intellectual, the heterosexual versus the LGBT community, and even as petty as the iPhone user versus the Android user. And see, people hold on to those beliefs so tough that the community starts to look faint. And in that, how do you expect people to economically grow if they can't even get together and agree on things socially? Which brings me into nepotism. Now, the reason I wanted to speak on nepotism is because in this clip, he spoke on, trying to grow our dollar, just the percentage. Just all we needed is to grow 1 more percent. Because we know in a world that we live in, it's not going to just all of a sudden maximize to 100, right? So I wanted to speak on nepotism for that reason. Now, nepotism makes sense and it should be practiced amongst a thriving community. I feel like black people, we practice it the wrong way. I just do not feel like it should be a thing in our community. For example, we see our elites that have money and resources, we see them handing the torch to their children, as we see Puffy with King Combs, LeBron with Bronny, and now we have Beyonce with Blue, right? These people have access to some of the most elite education, and yet and still they put their kids in the same entertainment lane. When we know that entertainment and sports is the fastest way to be removed from poverty. Now, why are they still clogging this drain, especially when it comes to the context of community and working together? Because as soon as you say one of their children can't rap or act or sing or dance, then here comes somebody. Oh, why you hating? Oh, they don't owe you nothing. They don't owe you nothing. Then you're going to hear, oh, if you good enough, somebody is going to see you. How? How are they going to see me, little bitty old me, above this a Blue Ivy? And when I say this, I'm not speaking just for me. I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking for everybody who's not being seen because their lane is being clogged up. When we see that these people are being pushed on us just because we like their parents, versus picking out of a pool of talented poor black people and giving them a shot to pick up somebody that's poor and black behind them once they make it, so they can become a scientist, a doctor, a pharmacist, an engineer, just like the elite kids can be instead of hip hopping in our faces. Which tells me two things. You're either dumb or you're just made and built for entertainment. Which I know black men and women aren't dumb. And I know black men and women aren't just made for entertainment value. So we don't need to see the elite's kids forced upon us, but we need to see them spread out amongst different professions so nepotism and community can be practiced amongst a bigger pool of people instead of the same 4 or 5 families. And then you want to sell the rest of us hope. So to wrap this video up, I do feel like we have to stop selling and buying hope, because I'm not expecting nobody to come through with some big ass check and save all of us, or some magic words and some magic lecture to save all of us, because that's not happening. Like I've said, I believe that it's a dub on the black community. And when I say that, I only gave y'all 2 reasons in this video, right? And when I say it's a dub on the black community, I'm not saying, oh, we're about to all just be extinct and wiped out. But what I am saying is us coming together and being like a force to be reckoned with is over. That's what I mean by it's a dub on the black community. There is no revolution to be had. We will not have one. We cannot come together on simple issues, let alone the larger scale and the larger picture. So that's what I mean by it's a dub on the black community. But what you can do is mind your business, take care of your responsibilities, and do the best for your little bitty itty tribe that you create. And the rest will just pan out. You'll live and you'll die and you'll just be a part of Earth and Earth's history. And if you want to support a black business, ain't that wild? I just said all that shit and didn't say this. But no, if you want to support, go get your Without Google trivia game. Now, this is a trivia game about black entertainment culture, sports, film, music, fashion, everything all wrapped in one. Like, share, subscribe, hit that PayPal, hit that Cash App, jump down in the comments and let me know how you really feel. If you made it this far, drop a little family in the comment section. If you made it this far, and that's how I know you came to the end. Have a good one, man. Hey, man. Do right by your people.